Well, the 2-year-olds, you guys, we'll run through this video quick. I mean, most of them will be coming back somewhere between my birthday, the 1st of December, and 15th, and then some of the horses like Arson and them will come back around Christmas, things of that nature. But for the most part, everybody is a green light to come back in between the 1st and the 15th of December. So this won't take long, this video. Affection, somewhere in that window, 1st to 15th. Arson around Christmas. Blanton's Blue was supposed to come back Tuesday, but the trailer's full. He'll come back on the next load, so he'll be around the 10th of December. Born to Dance, somewhere around the 15th. Did Not Know is in Ontario. I started to train this filly back, and she still has a little line bothering her knee, so we have to stand her and swim her. And then we'll get her back going shortly thereafter. That's frustrating, but as I said, these are 3-year-olds and juvenile stuff. We can work on this. There's not, I wouldn't call this a chronic issue because she is a young horse and there's no other changes in her knees that would say, oh, you get the crumbly look in that third carpal and it just doesn't look good. We have horses that have bad knees. Kemp has terrible knees. What's the other horse's name? George of the Jungle has bad knees, but they always did, right? You got to work those horses through it. You got to, manipulate their training schedule a little bit, but not this horse. This is just let it fill in and away you go. Drebin looked great when I saw. Oh wait, I jumped over Bruno. Bruno will come back in around the 15th of December. Drebin is back in now, jogging. Probably won't start training until Christmas time. Very happy with the way he looked. I do want to get him over here, but this will be our struggle this year. Having stalls for everybody, right? Who's going to fit in Ohio? We only have about 10 stalls left in Ohio and about 20 to come out of the field, 22 to come out of the field. So some horses are going to have to go back over to Ontario. So we have Drebin. I'd like to get him over here, but that will be reserved to stall availability, vacancy. That will be reserved for. Easy in the Turns races tonight. Good luck to all my partners with her. Third in her first start, it was okay. Let's see how she does moving forward. I'd like to see her put some good numbers on the board if we could moving forward. Electric Line in a shocker made a break at the wire on James. I said, James goes, I don't know what the hell happened. He just rolled off. I said, well, let me see. If he trained 100 times, he made a break 87 times probably in the same place he did on you. I think his sesamoids behind hurt him. You just got to work on them. He said when he's bottled up, he's good, but when you're opening him up, you got to watch him. That will change. Horses, you're not going to see 7-year-olds do that and 5-year-olds do that. This is a baby thing. He's just going to have to push through. Harry's done a great job getting the horse to the track. James has done a great job with him. Let's see where they go from here with Electric Line. Flash Fly. Jacob asked for the 15th of December, so that's when she's going to come back in. George of the Jungle, it ended up had a lump on his leg where there was a splint, and there was an old fracture line on that splint bone, so they're actually going to go and take that out. Not a lot of downtime with that, but it will cause problems in the future if we didn't take it out. I actually did not report that until right now with George. It's not really going to be a big deal at all. He's 2 weeks off probably. I don't think there's anything else going from there. They were going to have a look at his knees, but I think they were just kind of a rough old set of knees for a baby. But again, nothing new that we didn't know was there before, and nothing that will stop us from training the horse down. Again, a horse like George, you just got to modify that training schedule. He'll get there because he's a nice horse and he wants to get there. Great Bet will come back in around the 15th of December. Gypsy Hill will come back in the next wave, 10th or 15th of December. He'll be back in. Hallie in the Clouds trained in 222 the other day. Dominic said she trained good, which is good. I'm Fancy Like will come back in around the 10th to 15th of December. Insider Trading will be on that December 15th truck, and if she even gets pushed another couple of days, I don't care. That's fine with me. Irresistible Sun, I jumped over. International Spy. He's training in 2.7. Dominic says 2.7 on Wednesday at Mohawk, so he's making gains. That's good. Irresistible Sun will come back in around that 15th date. Jayport Beach Boy will come back in around the second week of December also. Lonely Lakewood, same type of thing whenever there's availability. Lovers Play, I got to update. Lovers Play's thing, it says stall rest. Not on stall rest. She's jogging, and jogging sound. I cannot believe how sound this filly is. Her pasturing looks a little rough, but sound on the track. I'm just so proud of this filly. She's just such a nice horse. McPaisley will come back in around Christmas time. We had to give her a little more time off. Mel Gibbswan, same thing around Christmas time. Memory and Imagination around Christmas time. Militant, we castrated him. He's going to Ontario this week. So for those my partners who live in Ontario of Militant, You'll be able to get an up-close and personal look at him throughout the winter training back in Ontario. Mounds for All will come back in around Christmas time. Also, No Chance in Hill is training right now. We've trained a 1.5 mile, 225 speed a couple of times. He'll be training down a little more frequent now, twice a week, and we'll have him back soon. He looked great on the track yesterday. I'll tell you who looks great is his sister also. Oh, hell no. She looks great. Oh Snap You, trained good also. She's on her way back to the races. Paycheck Princess is going in Ontario full tilt. Dominic said he liked her. I said everybody will like her. The problem was when push came to shove at the 3/4 pole, at the 7/8 pole, down by the wire. That's where people started to dislike her a little bit. But there was a correlation between that and putting her on the front. So cover her up, keep her covered up. Let's see what kind of filly she can be in 2024. Pickpocket around Christmas. We'll bring him back. Prince Charmer will come back around the 15th. Pull the shoes. Tuesday. Big Girl's coming back on Tuesday. I can't wait to see her. Punch the Clock trained yesterday. She trained okay. She's going to have to train awesome straight into January to avoid being a broodmare, which I'd explained this in a very in-depth video last week about Punch the Clock and how much she's worth as a broodmare. And if we are not certain that she's going to be able to get to and compete at and stay at the very top level of ability for her body, then I'm going to lean towards breeding her, because there's just so much at stake financially when it comes to Punch the Clock. What do we got here? Purple People Eater is coming back on Tuesday. Ready for Landing. I trained him the other day. I thought he trained great. I can't wait till he starts going to Mohawk and getting a little more frequent updates from Dominic on Ready for Landing, but he looks great. Really Don't Care will come back in the next load, so around the 10th of December we'll see her back. Rito's Lady, Dominic said, we're racing her at Flamborough for 6,000 Canadian. Why aren't you racing her at the Meadows for, 8,500 US? That is a very, very good question. We have Northfield and the Meadows. Both the maidens go for twice what they do at Flamborough or London. So Rito's Lady is going to be coming to Ohio for right now. We're going to race her at Northfield. We're going to race her at the Meadows. I don't know, but we're not going to race her at Flamborough anymore. And she's not quite good enough for Mohawk. For those of you saying, why not Mohawk? It's a very valid question, because she's not good enough right now. Will she be in the future? I don't know. It really doesn't matter, because if she becomes good enough in the future, she's a New York bred, not an Ontario bred. So we're going to bring Rito's Lady over. The Huntsville filly is going to be coming over here to race at Northfield and the Meadows in the coming weeks. Royal Emeralds, I believe, is going to Megan, so that's a Megan thing. I just don't have any more information. I just left it up to Megan and the owners of Royal Emeralds. Pick her up whenever you want. Seasons of Love is training down. Again, been in 222, I believe. I assume she's training down with the other horses. Dominic said she's training very good, so very happy to hear that. Sedona Hill will come back in the next load back in here. Sunset Acres Girl, probably won't see her come back to the barn until March. There's just no point in bringing her back. If the races are going to start in July for her, there's no point in her being here until March. Sweeney is going to be coming back in the next load around the 10th. 3rd and 6 is the other horse they plan on training in 2-7. We'll see how that plays out this week. Very interested to hear how International Spy and 3rd and 6 train at Mohawk on Wednesday. Time is on my side. He's right there. He's inside the door. Second stall inside the door, right behind me. He's training good. I trained him 2 weeks ago. I thought he trained great. Joe trained him both trips last week. Said he trained very good. So we'll see. We'll continue to train him down. Vaquero Blue Chip is back going now. He won't be ready till probably March. I'd say March. Victory Blue Chip is going to Ontario. We'll train him back down on a bigger track and see how he is. I think that's a smart move for him. Watch Your Mouth won't come back in until Christmas time. Widespread Panic is back in now. Another horse that I want to bring over here. We'll see how that plays out. Right now he's just back in jogging. And Winter Bells will come back in around the 15th of December. So those are all your 2-year-olds, all talked about. In the back of my mind, I was thinking about doing one about the yearlings, but there's just so many. What am I going to tell you? Some of them are going good, some of them are going bad. That's nature. That's the way it is. But maybe we'll have another video out to you next week. We'll see. Anyway, with that, I'll let you go. I will talk to you all very, very soon. I hope you had a wonderful weekend wherever you might be. Take care.